Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Ultimately, be a man of substance. This podcast is sponsored by X-Wolf Testosterone Builder. Gentlemen, are you struggling in the body, sex, or mental game? Need to keep pace with multiple women? There is an answer for you. X Labs presents a proven line of products to help in those areas. Our X-Wolf Testosterone Booster aids in intense workouts in the gym and in the bedroom. Increased blood flow and a heightened libido are just a few of the many benefits. X-Wolf contains all natural ingredients that have been used in Eastern medicine for centuries. All products come with a 30-day free trial and free standard shipping. Click the link below in the description box to find out more. Quantities are limited. Make a select choice, unleash your inner wolf, and lead the pack today. Yeah, y'all know how it goes. I mean, a lot of times, especially in spaces like this, like men who may be called dating coaches or, just in general talking about what to do to get women, talk about a lot of surface stuff, right? A lot of surface stuff. I do. I mean, ultimately, body game is, even though I've said several times, it's about, just being healthy, period, being strong, doing it for yourself. Let's be real. Women are visual. Women will check out a body, especially if your face is average or something. Heck, even if you got a drop dead handsome face, like real handsome face, the women looking at the muscles too. You still gotta have a body to go along with it. And even if you got that face, or they checking out faces, right? You got the face, body, hair, everything, grooming, shoot. You got some style, all of that. Okay, that's cool. That's the bait. That's the bait. Because then when women come up to you, still got to be able to talk about something, right? You got to be able to talk about something, because women famously say he looked all right till he opened his mouth. But this is even deeper than conversation. Because even if you talk, sometimes some dudes, they can hit a woman with something and the talk is good. It sounds good. He says all the right things. At the very least, he's an expert at saying the things that will open the door for him in particular, right? And before I go on, because I know somebody hit me up and say, well, what's the magic words, Ron? There ain't no magic words. The one was turned on by him. All he had to do was be smart enough not to blow it, right? But even then, that's still surface stuff. See, ultimately, a man has to have that substance inside of him. Yeah, the visual works and what they hear works for short term. Like if somebody wants short term sex or something, they could probably get that just off of that. But a lot of men don't want that. A lot of men are looking for a quality woman. And I emphasize the word quality. Because if you're talking about quality, yeah, she'll be attractive and everything because she'll keep herself up. But a true quality woman, she gonna be looking beyond the surface. A quality woman now, some gold digger or some like low quality woman, shit. I mean, all you need is that surface thing to be good, and they good, especially if they lower class. They looking at that surface thing, and you just like, And that surface thing, and really the surface thing can also include not just your physical appearance, but like your cars, your status, and all of that. Hence why the term masked man is used. But even with that, even with the masked man, many women they'll go with that guy because of the mask or the surface. But then what happens in a majority of the cases, once they get past all that, they might even marry that guy. But when they see what's inside, they highly disappointed. They don't like what they see. That's a common thing. That is a common thing. Yeah, those masked men are select, but it's not a good thing. And the women get mad, maybe even on the road from the guy, and then the man gets mad because he couldn't keep that mask up. But what has to happen, and this is ultimately not even just for women, but for yourself. You want to be a man of substance. What's inside of you? What's inside? What do you have inside that will exist regardless of I've talked body game, but what if something happens, you can't work out and you put on 50 pounds? Or you lose 50 pounds, but not in a positive way. Maybe you get sick or something, right? What if you have that kicking ass job, right? And something happens, like during this crises. A lot of, it's more than just like, restaurant workers or retail workers who, got furloughed. Increasingly, there's a lot of white collar professionals who've gotten furloughed during this. And shoot, even without this virus, that's a usual thing anyway. There's many of people, professional been on some job, they making money, all of a sudden something happens. They might have been a contractor or something, and contract runs, something happens, they ain't on their job anymore. So you might not have it. You might have to sell that like late model car. You might have to move from that luxury apartment or sell that like 5-bedroom house and move into someplace more modest. Right? You might have to change a lot of stuff, right? And, of course, that's going to affect it. If there's any change in your physical appearance, through some type of trauma, anything, you put on weight or lose too much weight, or, you can't roll around in that Mercedes or Infiniti, right? Or that Maserati with some people, and you had to sell that nice house and you got to get rid of all of that. When you strip all that away, who are you? And that's how you got to look at it. Who are you? What kind of character do you have? What kind of drive do you have? Are you a man who can stand on his own? Can you stand as a man and have confidence even if you don't have $1 in your pocket? How do you treat people? How do you respond to different situations? Are you that man who was you were relying on that money and everything, or your perceived status, to keep you out of trouble, like somebody gonna mess with you? Yeah, he's making all this money and stuff. That don't work all the time. Or what if you deal with a woman who don't care about all that? Or beyond women, just in life. If you trying to do something, you someplace and you trying to conduct some business, or you want somebody to move out your way, and you're like, well, I'm an attorney or I'm a doctor, and the person looking at you like, so. A lot of that stuff is surface stuff. What is your personality? What is your drive? How could you walk down the street? Could you walk down the street with a t-shirt and some regular sweats on and some shoes that you might have picked up at some discount store and still walk with confidence? Because it's, all those things are surface. They can be changed out, interchanged, but you still walking with confidence. And not a fake confidence, but a confidence in knowing who you are, what your purpose is, right? Can you do that? You got character. And this is one thing very important for men to develop. And this is something I've talked to women. I don't go in on women, but I do let them know some things from a tough love perspective. And I say, are you checking for that man's character? What's his character like? Is this a person who's going to carry himself well? Are you the person? Let's take women out of this for a second. Are you a person who carry yourself well and treat people well, regardless of whether you're wearing that suit or, you got that super buff body? Are you a person who will look another man in the eye and not talk about, well, I'm this, and this, and expect him back down, or just look him in the eye? And I don't even mean to raise your hands to him, but look at him in the eye with a conviction about where you stand on things and who you are. You got something going on. You have an intelligence that's there that no one can take away. You have a character that's there that no one can take away. You have a drive that's there that regardless of what your body look like, what your face look like, how much money in your bank account, that's always there. Do you have a toughness to you? Do you have sheer willpower? Let me really focus on that willpower. Can you make a choice at the crossroads? Is your will strong enough to say, okay, I'm not going to do this thing for this reason? Willpower is everything. Willpower. I need to do an entire book on that because let's be real. Most of the population just follows along and lets others make a choice for them instead of using their will and making a choice in their best interests. No, and it's deeper too. But what kind of will do you have? Do you have a will to move through the world with authority, with power, just on your walk? Not even a car, anything, just on your walk. Do you have that resilience? You're like, what kind of substance do you have there? And ultimately, when I'm talking about being a man of substance, it's bigger than just getting women. It's even bigger than just getting money. It's about power moving through this world and having that thing inside of you that no one can take away. No one. They can hold a gun to your head. They could torture you, but you still got that substance in you that gives you power to move through life. So ultimately, you want to be a man of substance. That's all I have for today. I want y'all to think on this. Peace and blessings.